Very good morning. This presentation is brought to you by Resonate International with a mission to leverage knowledge worldwide. The topic being covered is why aggressive rhetoric is gaining ground, a reflection on declining political and social order. Ladies and gentlemen, in an era marked by rapid communication and global interconnectivity, the art of dialogue and negotiation appears to be giving way to a more confrontational approach. The widespread use of aggressiveness to enforce viewpoints. This trend, evident across political, institutional, and social spheres, signals a deeper issue, a declining commitment to constructive communication and a growing reliance on rhetorical cohesion to achieve immediate objectives. This shift threatens not only the stability of institutions but also the harmony of societies worldwide. Let us look at the rise of aggressive rhetoric. Aggressive rhetoric has surged over the past decade, becoming a common tactic among leaders, organizations, and even individuals. This approach thrives in an environment where knowledge is fragmented and public perception is easily shaped by crafted narratives. Surveys indicate that over 65% of respondents in a 2022 global study observed a rise in confrontational political statements, often aimed at dominating headlines or influencing public opinion. According to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, 78% of unresolved global disputes in the past decade have involved aggressive rhetoric, worsening diplomatic deadlocks. Such statements are not confined to politics. They permeate corporate boardrooms, social media platforms, and community discussions. A Pew Research study reported that 55% of social media users have witnessed or experienced hostile interactions, often driven by leaders or influencers crafting provocative narratives. Similarly, the 2022 Workplace Trends Report highlighted that nearly 40% of employees in multinational organizations reported verbal intimidation. These examples point to a deeper societal shift where intimidation replaces engagement and emotional reactions overshadow rational discussions. Let's examine the underlying factors. Several factors contribute to this phenomenon. First, strategic narrative building. Aggression often serves as a deliberate strategy to set narratives, manipulate media coverage, and provoke immediate public reactions. In an information overloaded world, carefully crafted statements can overshadow nuanced dialogue, creating a sense of urgency and rallying supporters. Second, institutional influence. Governments and institutions increasingly resort to similar tactics to suppress dissent, deflect accountability, or enforce controversial policies. A 2023 governance survey revealed that 40% of citizens across major democracies felt silenced or marginalized when questioning official narratives, further eroding trust in public institutions. Third is social and economic pressure. Economic inequalities, political polarization, and social fragmentation amplify the appeal of such rhetoric. Leaders often exploit these tensions using aggressive postures to distract from deeper systemic issues. What are the implications for diplomacy and the society? The consequences of this trend are profound. Diplomacy, the cornerstone of conflict resolution, suffers greatly. Aggression-based approaches alienate stakeholders, escalate conflicts, and reduce opportunities for constructive dialogue. At the societal level, this rhetoric fuels polarization, erodes trust, and creates an environment where fear and animosity overshadow reason and cooperation. What is the way forward? To counter this trend, a multifaceted approach is essential. First, promote media literacy. Educating the public to critically evaluate information can reduce the influence of sensationalist narratives. Second, encourage accountability. Leaders and institutions must be held accountable for their rhetoric. Independent watchdogs and transparent communication channels can help restore trust. Third is foster dialogue. Spaces for open, respectful dialogue should be prioritized at all levels, from international diplomacy to community forums. Fourth, emphasize long-term thinking. Policymakers and leaders must recognize that short-term gains achieved through aggressive posturing or behavior often come at the expense of long-term stability and cooperation. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the rise of aggression-based rhetoric reflects a deeper malaise in our political, institutional, and social fabric. While it may offer short-term results, its long-term costs to trust, collaboration, and harmony are far greater. It is imperative for leaders, institutions, societies, and individuals to pause, reflect, and recalibrate their approach. Restoring the primacy of dialogue, mutual respect, and accountability is not just a choice, it is a necessity for the future of global peace and human progress. The time to act is now for the sake of a more harmonious and united world at present and for the generations to come. Good luck, best wishes, and God bless.